Tokyo Revengers anime was probably one of the most anticipated manga adaptations, and with the anime finally coming out, we can slowly see the hype building up. With brilliant animation and a fantastic storyline, it made a great start right off the bat. Tokyo Revengers starts with introducing Takamichi Hanagaki, who's sick of his everyday life as a literal loser. He soon learns that his ex-girlfriend, who was his only girlfriend ever, got involved in a mess created by the Manji gang and got killed. He kept wondering what went wrong, when suddenly he found himself in the past when he used to be a high schooler. Now, Takamichi has the chance of saving his former girlfriend and rewriting his future by getting involved with Tokyo's most ominous delinquent gang. With such an unorthodox storyline, kids are getting more and more interested in Tokyo Revengers, and even anime with similar storylines or themes. Now, if you're looking for some anime like Tokyo Revengers, we've got you covered. Check out our list of anime like Tokyo Revengers you must watch if you're an addict like me. Anime addict, that's what I meant. Yeah, that's the only type of healthy addict, a weeb. At number 12, we have ReZero. Although ReZero does not have a bunch of delinquents with some nasty tempers, the one thing that both Tokyo Revengers and ReZero share in common is the ability to travel back in time to save their loved ones. ReZero revolves around Natsuki Subaru, who got hit by our famous truck con and was isekai'd to a completely different world. As soon as he gets to this new world, he meets a silver-haired half-elf Amelia and gets killed while saving her. He finds himself alive again after a few hours just to die again. After experiencing death a few times, he realizes he has this mysterious power to return back to life and turn back time whenever he dies. He finally succeeds in helping her, and out of gratitude, Amelia takes him to her palace and lets him stay there as a butler. Really? Jeez. Subaru slowly develops feelings for Amelia and decides that he'd help her become the next queen no matter what. However, his journey is full of pain and suffering as he comes across a lot of deadly villains that are after Amelia. So the question is, will Subaru overcome all the suffering while having his good companions by his side and also be able to make Amelia's wish come true? At number 11, we have Charlotte. Just like Tokyo Revengers, it also involves the theme of time traveling. It also involves high school drama, just like Tokyo Revengers. Ooh. So if you liked Tokyo Revengers, you're definitely going to love watching Charlotte. Charlotte follows the story of some pre-adolescent kids who start developing superhuman powers when a mysterious comet named Charlotte passes the Earth. Yu Otosaka is our main character who develops the power of possessing anybody's body for 5 seconds and wants to use it to live his school life as carefree as he can. My god, can you guys imagine if one of us got this power? My goodness, I would take over the world. However, he's exposed by a girl named Nao Tomori. She forces him to transfer to Hoishinomi Academy, where the rest of the kids with superhuman powers are. Together, they search for their destiny as power wielders. And at number 10, we have Black Lagoon. Black Lagoon is an action-oriented anime with a bunch of delinquents slash Yakuza, just like Tokyo Revengers. However, the Yakuza in Black Lagoon are definitely on a whole other level of badassery. So if you're into some action-filled anime, we definitely recommend you watch this one. Black Lagoon tells us the story of Rokuro Okajima, who's an ordinary salaryman, carrying some important documents for the company that he works for. The ship he's traveling in gets attacked by the pirates. He's kidnapped by the mercenaries, but his top priority is to keep these documents safe. He soon notices that the pirates are quite friendly and actually mean no harm to him. Now, with his life as a corporate slave ruined, which might be the best thing that actually happened to him, he wishes to join the group of pirates and travel with them throughout the South China Sea. Number 9, we have ReLife. ReLife features the concept of time traveling along with some lovey-dovey concept that is quite similar to Tokyo Revengers. You'd also notice the characters of both the anime giving the same vibes despite having different dynamics. Traveling back in time to fix one's life by not repeating the same mistakes is what's similar in both ReLife and Tokyo Revengers. The story revolves around a 27-year-old named Kaizaki Arata, who's hopeless in finding a job after quitting his last one. One day he meets Ryo Yoake, who works at the ReLife Research Institute. Ryo possesses a drug that could transform Kaizaki into his 17-year-old self again. In order to fix his past mistakes, Kaizaki agrees to use it and starts his life again as a high schooler. Can you guys imagine if one of us got the opportunity to do this? Okay, if you could go back 10 years, how would you change things? Number 8, we have Great Teacher Onizuka. Both Great Teacher Onizuka and Tokyo Revengers share the same theme of high school drama and involve some really nice Yakuza action. My favorite. However, Great Teacher Onizuka is definitely way more comedic than Tokyo Revengers. Our MC in Great Teacher Onizuka is a badass ex-biker gang leader who aspires to be a great high school teacher. How ironic. However, he's up to no good, as his sole motive of getting into a high school as a teacher is just to find a pretty little teenage wife for him. That's a little creepy. Something ain't right here. He manages to get into the prestigious Holy Forest Academy, but finds himself in a bit of a mess as his class is notorious for being rotten to the core. The students face issues every day, and he is the one who solves them by endowing his life lessons. And number 7, we have Orange. Yep, like the fruit. Orange, another anime with time traveling. Although it does not involve any delinquents or yakuza, both involve some high school romance and the MCs wishing to fix their past mistakes to save their loved ones. Orange follows the story of Takamiya Naho, who receives a detailed letter from herself 10 years in the future one day. Initially, she thinks that someone's playing a prank on her because, let's be serious, how can a person even receive a letter from their own self from the future? Sounds crazy, right? Ridiculous? Insane? However, Naho notices the things in the letter coming true and has no choice but to believe the miracle that's happening. She has a group of friends, which also includes a guy named Kakeru. Her future self deeply regrets that Kakeru is no longer with them in the future and advises her past self to never leave him alone and watch him closely so that he stays with them. And number 6, we have Ikebukuro Westgate Park. Ikebukuro Westgate revolves around the gang culture in Japan and its power dynamics. They show the struggles of different Yakuza gangs possessing different power structures. They also share the same concept of protecting someone other than themselves. The story is about Makoto Majima, who is a troubleshooter and often fixes disputes amongst deadly Yakuza that live in Ikebukuro. He's extremely capable and is able to do things that even the police cannot. Makoto ends up losing his loved one when things get out of hand. Will he keep his cool and deal with everything logically or go haywire? The answer is in the anime. Watch it to find out. And at number 5, we have Rainbow. Another anime about delinquents and gangs, Rainbow tells us the story of some bad boys that are also sad boys. Rainbow and Tokyo Revengers are quite similar because of the concept of Yakuza bonding and deeply analyzing why they turn out to be like that. Rainbow tells us the story of a bunch of teenagers who have been shifted to Shonen Special Reform School because of some crimes they committed. They meet an older inmate, Rokurota Sakuragi, who was a former boxer in their cell, and all of them become close. The boys see a light of hope and promise each other that they'll meet again outside after serving their sentences. And at number 4, we have Shunin Bakusuzuku. This anime features a theme of gang culture and mixes it up with the high school drama, which gives it an interesting edge. We see the concept of gang culture portrayed beautifully in this anime. Shunin Bakusuzuku is about a high school gang leader who's a biker as well as a member of his school's handicrafts club. Lol, I'm dead. We find our MC very weird because he constantly juggles between being a badass biker and a total cutie with his handicrafts. The rest of the gang is equally weird. So if you like some weirdness, get it. And at number 3, we have Steins Gate. Steins Gate incorporates the theme of time travel and is very similar to Tokyo Revengers. However, we don't see any gangs or yakuza. Our MC, unlike the MC of Tokyo Revengers, is a weird scientist. Both the anime involve going back in time to save their loved ones. This anime revolves around a mad scientist named Rentaru Okabe, along with his team members, Mayuri Shina and Hashida Itaru, who are constantly working on some future gadgets. They manage to create a bizarre phone microwave that can send emails to the past, changing the past completely. Number 2, we have Cuckoo Botuden Crows. Cuckoo Botuden Crows revolves around high school gangs and delinquents and their strong bonds with each other. The story is about Boya Harumichi, who got transferred to an all-boys high school. That high school is a haven for some of the most dangerous delinquents. The high school is named Crows High School because of the students that get a lot of hate from normal people because of their inauspiciousness. Harumichi has the potential of becoming a badass delinquent, but is he willing to join hands with the delinquents and get all the hate from people around him? And at number 1, we have Erased. Just like the MC of Tokyo Revengers, our MC from Erased becomes his younger self to save his loved one. Both anime share the concept of time traveling as well as changing the course of the things so that they could fix what they've ruined. Erased follows the story of Satoru Fujinuma, who's a reclusive part-timer with no ambitions. However, he has the power of going back in time and avoiding accidents or deaths. What an amazing altruistic power. Satoru lives with a constant childhood trauma that he would like to forget, but the only way he has is to go back in the past and fix things so that he can live his life without any guilt or regrets. Will he trust his ability and go back in time to fix things? All in all, guys, Tokyo Revengers is definitely worth all the grace it's getting. It has a beautiful story that gives us a lesson that we should not trust what we see on the surface, but also try to understand something on a deeper, less superficial level. With that being said, our list will help you with some of the best anime that are similar to Tokyo Revengers on many levels. So it's your boy Ernie Senpai, guys. Let us know in the comments if you know any more anime that resemble Tokyo Revengers and we can add it to our blog. Make sure to subscribe to us and let me know what other recommendation lists you guys want me to make, and quote the anime shall apply. Alright, my ninjas signing out.